Welcome back to another video by Anmolo Tech Production. So today's video is gone about this car, and this is the Maruti Suzuki Espresso, and this is the key of the car. This is pretty Maruti Suzuki generic key. So let's start with the engine first, and let's open the bonnet. So this is the engine of the car. This car comes with a 998cc 3-cylinder petrol engine which produces 67 bhp of max power and 90 newton meters of max torque. This is the same engine as we see in the Alto K10 and WagonR. There is no insulation in the engine area, and on the bonnet you see a wiper or water fluid. So this is the front end of the car, and this car is positioned as a mini SUV in the Maruti Suzuki car lineup. So here's the bumper of the car, finishing by white body paint and with black cladding, I would say, to give it a SUV type-ish finish. The design of the car is kind of love it or a hate it. If you ask me personally, I don't like the design of the car because the height of the car is more than width of it. And this is the side profile. The car is positioned as a mini SUV, but it is not a mini SUV at all. This is just a simple hatchback with raised ride height, and this car comes with 14 inches of wheels, 165 17 R14s. So this is the back side of the car. It's pretty minimalistic, I would say, for the price. It also got a black back bumper to give it a proper finish. The sensors and the camera which you are seeing are aftermarket on this car. The company doesn't give sensors and anything. There is no wheel lining as such in the rear end, so there will be some of tire noises intruding in the cabin space while you will be driving, but there is wheel lining in the front, as you can see. The design of the car for me just doesn't work. This is rival to the Renault Kwid, and I personally prefer Renault Kwid more over this. And the cladding you can see on the door is also aftermarket accessory by Maruti Suzuki themselves. And these are the rear lights of the car, and these are all halogens, and it only gets single reverse light bulb. This is also a cost cutting from Maruti Suzuki. Let's open the boot of the car. Let's see the capacity. The parcel tray is also aftermarket in this car, and this is the boot. This is a 240 liters of boot, which is more than enough for a family of 4. This is a full size spare wheel with 165/70 R14. That's a good thing, a full size spare wheel. And there is nothing other than that on the boot. Let's open the rear door first, but first this is the fuel tank. This car comes with a 27 liters of fuel tank capacity. Let's open the rear door. As you can see, there are no rear door pockets to keep some water bottle or other stuff. The windows are not electric, they are manual. And if we talk about the rear seat space, I'm not that tall, I'm 5'6", but I am very comfortable. You can also put your feet under the seat. There is enough space for that. And the knee room is pretty good. Headroom is adequate because the height of the car is longer than its width. There are some space over here. Here the door. And there is only single lamp on the roof that is in front. So this is the driver door, and you get no power window switches over here, but you get a bottle holder and some space to keep some stuff. And there's a space over here as well. This is a headlight leveler in this car. There is no dial this time around. There is a proper knob on this car. This is the front bonnet release. So now let's sit in the car. The interior is pretty basic, I would say. The Quid's interior is a little more funky. This car comes with a pretty basic interior. The window switches are placed over here. Let's turn on the ignition on this car and see. So this media control you see over here, this whole touchscreen unit is aftermarket. It's not provided with the car from the company. This car comes with the music system, but that is normal button wala jisko hum bolte hain normal music system. This is aftermarket. And here this is the speedometer of the car. This car doesn't even have a RPM meter in this, but comes with a digital speedometer, fuel gauge, kilometers driven, time, two trip meters, and average and range as well. So this is the AC unit of the car. Basic AC unit. It doesn't get automatic climate control. These are the pedals of the car. Gear lever. The engine is mated to a 5-speed manual. There is also some space to keep some stuff. 2 cup holders. Handbrake is over here. The glove box is not big enough, I would say, and there is no other space in this car, but the other bottle holder is over there. No mirrors on sun visors. The vents are like this, you can open them. Yeah, that's about it. There's nothing much to talk on this car. So without any further ado, let's go for a drive and see how this car drives. Before we go for a drive, I would like to show you one more thing. In this car, you cannot even adjust the outside mirrors from here or from any knob. You have to do it all manually. And this is the horn of the car. It's pretty basic, I would say, like the car is. I'm driving the car right now. If we talk about the steering feedback, steering feels very right in this city driving, and it doesn't gain that much of weight on high speed, but still it feels pretty good and connected. If we talk about the gear shifts are small and easy and light, and the clutch pedal also feels very light and comfortable to use in city conditions. So if we talk about the engine response, it's pretty adequate, I would say. If this car is sitting with 4 people and the AC is running on, then it will be pretty adequate. The pickup will not that eager, but still it would be fine to drive. It would be fun drive, I would say. The body roll is car is noticeable when you take a turn on a high speed. The body roll is pretty noticeable. The suspension is quite smooth on this car. You cannot notice any bump or any potholes on the car. It's pretty smooth. The car's turning radius is pretty small in city driving conditions. It would be very easy to drive this car. If you have the family of 4 and you want a car to ride around in the city, this car would be perfect for you. But on the high speed and long road trips, this car is not that good according to me, because high speed stability on this car it will be not that great due to its width and height. The body roll will be more than adequate, you would feel that. And the build quality of Maruti Suzuki we all know. So on the high speeds and long road trips, I won't suggest this car to you, but in the city driving conditions in normal speeds, it's pretty good. And the size of the car is also pretty small, so the parking maybe आपको काफी easy रहेगा to park this car in tight parking spots. Talking about the brakes on this car, brakes are pretty adequate. They do their job fine, and on normal speeds they are pretty good, but on high speeds the bite from the brake is not that good. To sum up my review on this car, if you have the family of 4 and you want a car just to ride around in the city with your family comfortably, you can go for this car because the steering wheel is very light, the turning radius of the car is pretty good, and this car doesn't need a big parking space to park. So that is for today. I am Anmol. I will see you guys in my next video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and ring the notification bell, and do like this video, share this video, and if you have any query, comment down below. Thank you.